Hello, everyone. This is Anthony Gallegos from IGN's PC team, alongside IGN's Xbox editor, Mitch Dyer.
Hi, I don't know what I'm looking at.
And what we're doing here is a little bit of a new thing. I'm going to teach Mitch how to play League of Legends. I'm no expert. I'm not. But I've played well over, working on, I think, almost 200 games. And so I've put in a lot of time.
I don't know if I've ever played 200 games of anything.
So
And I would consider myself an expert in a lot of things I've played a lot of matches in.
I at least know the basics, but I've been trying to get Mitch to try League of Legends for a while.
All right, step one. What am I looking at? We booted into this. I don't understand.
Well,
I'm scared.
So if you've ever booted, League of Legends for a long time didn't have a spectator mode, but now if you look at this right here, you can watch ranked games.
Ooh, it changes.
Which is a great way to learn.
Power of technology.
It's a great way to learn if you want to see how actual more skilled players play, because you have to be you have to be level capped at 30 to do a ranked game.
Okay.
And then because it is a free to play game, they are trying to sell you things.
I don't even understand
So
that.
they're trying to sell
Is
you.
this where I'm...
This is a skin for a character.
Okay.
This is a new champion that they've just added.
Okay.
And then they always do video spotlights or some sort of, they'll do updates, and they always have it here. This is where you can access the store. I know this is probably really low level for a lot of League fans, so just know that Mitch has never seen this before.
Yeah, this is... If you're like a hardcore League of Legends player, this video is probably not for you.
But I know that there are a lot of people that
Unless
have
you
showed
wanna-
interest since IPL.
Yeah. And maybe they just want to watch my shame and watch what not to do.
So yeah, I mean, the store is where you can get your champions, whether you get that with RP, which are the actual currency you have to buy.
The Riot points?
Yes, or
Yes.
the IP, which are influence points that you earn
I like this guy's hair.
through playing games.
Look at that hair.
Jace. So the way League of Legends works is that, it's free to play, so what they do is they have characters that get cycled out, for
Sure.
free. They have rotations of free characters.
So dudes that will get cycled in, I can try them out. They'll get cycled out, and I can buy them.
Yeah, and there are a couple of champions that you can pretty much get for free anyways. If we just go price lowest.
Oh,
So
wow.
some of these characters are really cheap, as you can see, and I believe if you like their Facebook page, you get Garen for free.
Okay.
So there are ways to get champions for free
Okay.
that are just like basic ones.
These are like a bunch of fantasy names that I don't hate, which is atypical.
Yeah, I mean, the lore of League of Legends is weird.
Yo, let's get Dr. Mundo.
The lore of League of Legends is pretty much unimportant. It's there if you want to read about it.
I do about Dr. Mundo. Look at him.
There's this lore, but it's not really
Oh my
important. What's
God.
important are their abilities.
Okay.
How they play, what role you want to be, and they've added all these cool things, like you can actually watch videos to see their ability in action, to see what it does.
She didn't react to that at all.
Well, no, this is literally just letting you see the ability.
Okay.
Dr. Mundo, he's kind of a more beefy guy. He's considered a melee fighter. It kind of gives you if you look at each champion, it'll tell you like their difficulty, what matters to them. So
Sure.
in League of Legends there are two things, Mitch. There's attack damage and ability power. Those are the two things that kind of fuel the damage that you're going to do.
Okay.
Ability power is more like magic driven stuff. Attack damage is things based around weapons, and then there's health. So
Okay.
Dr. Mundo's a bit more of a tanky
So
character.
he's a tank.
Well, he's tanky. I wouldn't call him quite a tank.
That looked like a lot of health. I mean, I don't know anything.
I know you don't. So
I
the
don't know
best way to learn is
anything.
by doing. So you can jump into 3v3 and 5v5 matches. You can even do co-op versus AI, and you will earn some currency, though it's
Is it less?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. I actually am not even that familiar with it because I don't do that.
Oh, you're too good for it?
I mean, the only reason that you ever do co-op versus AI is because you want to maybe try out a champion you've never played before, and you
Okay.
don't want to really disappoint people. There are basic tutorials too, but we're not going
We're
to
not
do
going
that.
to do that. You're my
No.
tutorial.
We're going to
Anthony.
throw you into a 5v5
Let's do this.
basic match. This is
That's
the bread and butter of League of Legends.
That's 10 people. I'm going to be one of those 10 people.
And we're going to do a normal blind pick, which
Oh,
means that
God,
the
so
other
much
team doesn't
window.
get to see what champions your team's picking.
Okay.
In a league
Okay.
play and that sort of stuff, they actually get to see which champion you pick, and then the other team responds to that with their champion pick.
All right.
But that's not important. So now we're in the queue. Queuing for this is usually really, really short.
So,
All
while
right, click accept.
Okay.
All right, so now we have to make the big decision
Oh, God.
of what role you want to play in the battle.
So I don't want you to tell me any of your expertise. I don't want you to tell me that this character complements that. Oh, he picked him. You should pick him.
Sure.
We're gonna roll with it.
Oh, hold on. The game, one person didn't accept the battle. We're back in the queue. It'll only take a second.
All right.
After the queue's denied, it's usually a very quick turnaround to the next game.
So for reference, this is my first ever experience with like a legit MOBA. I've played Awesome Knots. It's 2D. It's less complicated.
It's very different.
It's
than
very
this.
different. Yeah.
I mean, the basic principles are the same, right? Two teams. pushing against towers, trying to ultimately kill the enemy's base or core or
Gotcha.
whatever you want to consider it. And
Fight
then
stuff to break a thing.
fight minions that are AI controlled to get experience and cash, and then you're also battling against other enemy champions.
Sorry, I lied. I've played Monday Night Combat. I know it's not like your typical MOBA, but the structure is very
Again,
similar.
just like Awesome Knots,
Yeah.
they all follow that basic formula, right?
Sure.
So this does do that same thing.
Does this have a money ball?
This does not have a bunny ball.
Curses.
All right. I just stole the mouse from Mitch
Anthony
because
and
I it's all I can do not to just play it. It's really bothering me that whoever this 10th person is not accepting the
Oh my
match.
God.
Well, this is a atypical League of Legends experience.
That's fine. This is where editing comes in. I'm not impressed so far. Gotta be honest.
No, I will. Okay.
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 There we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
So you have
hey,
a pretty
hands off. It's my turn to pick.
You have a pretty limited roster of champions.
Okay, I'm picking Dr. Mundo, obviously.
Okay. Well, he's
Don't judge me.
So the most important things you pick here, for now, is
Yeah.
you can also choose your spells here, and so these are spells that you have in addition to whatever character you play.
Why would I not pick both?
Well, of course you want to pick both, but you can actually pick other ones as you level up.
All right.
Your overall
That's
count
fine.
will gain experience.
Okay,
and
so
level
these
up.
are just the only two I have.
No, you have other ones.
My.
But I would say for now, go ahead and close this.
Oh, man.
You have the two best ones.
Okay.
And so Ghost is going to allow you to
Evade
run
damage.
through units. You're going to increase movement speed and you'll avoid collision, so you can run through your own minions to get away.
Okay.
That'll be mapped to D.
D.
And F will be a basic heal. Early levels it'll
D for
do.
dead like a ghost.
Yes, and F will be great for like fun,
Okay.
and that will heal you for small amounts of hit points. Later on it'll be almost inconsequential, but in early levels it'll make a big difference.
All right.
So Mundo's whole thing is that he is a champion where he loses a lot of health very fast.
How? Damn it, Anthony.
I
asked you not to tell me these things, and I wish I had known ahead of time.
No. Oh, you want to learn just by doing?
No. Now I regret picking him because he's a weakling. But it's fine. I like him.
No.
I look at him.
He's not a weakling.
Of course I'm going to pick him. Okay.
It's that a lot of his abilities, like his abilities will drain his health, but he does a ton of damage with them.
Okay.
And so it's not a bad thing that he drains his health.
Okay.
You just have to build items that give him additional health because since you're using your health like a resource, it becomes important to complement that.
Okay.
Had you also
yourselves.
spent money, you could have also given him additional skins, which is what those are.
Most of these look like actually badass.
Yeah, the skins in the game are really great. They're also just very expensive. Skins are typically, $10 a lot of times.
That's a lot for a skin.
Right, but that's why it's totally optional.
Okay.
And the
sure.
ul-
I mean, and I assume at a certain point, if I were to fall in love with this game, that I would absolutely spend money on skins.
So if
because
you
I want
find a
someone to look
character you
cool.
love, like I have purchased a couple skins for characters that I love and play all the time. So your team, so you're going to be facing off against Lux and Ashe, Teemo, Kog'Maw. Those four are all range characters.
Okay.
Olaf has a couple of ranged attacks, but he's mostly a melee character.
Okay.
We're just going to see who you get laned with. So once we get into the game, we'll actually have to pick a lane for you. We'll probably just send you top.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you're playing with like skilled players, right? Everyone should be lower skilled players.
Does it
early
match
level.
me with people who are like similarly bad?
Well, all these people should be similarly level.
Okay.
So in theory, yeah, they should all be new players.
Unless
Of course,
they're-
there's always the chance that a person could have created
Right,
a brand
they're
new
smart
account
from-
and be
yeah.
amazing. But you wouldn't want to do that necessarily because there's a reason to keep going in League of Legends. Your account's leveling up, you're earning a lot of experience, and as you level up your account, you actually gain points to put into a skill tree. There's definitely a reason to stick with an account.
So if I didn't have you here to guide me, and I'm just playing League on my own, is there any way for me to understand easily how each of these characters functions within the game and how, like, oh, I have Lux and Aurelia, of course.
If you click
this
on
is
those
great.
characters, you can get basic tooltips, and it'll tell you how to play them and what to fight against. All right, so
Okay.
the first thing you're going to want to do is click the store, which is that little guy there.
This guy here?
Yep.
Okay.
And so it gives you recommended
Oh my
items you
God.
can buy. You have 475 gold right
Okay.
now.
Oh, it's like
And so for now, since you're new, unless you're going to look up a guide playing online, I would just buy the recommended items. But for me, actually, if I was you, what I would do,
Just tell me what to do.
Okay.
None of this if I was you.
you're going to click these boots.
Or I would just literally take control.
You're going to buy the boots.
All right.
You're going to buy a few health potions.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm out of money. Get out of here. Get out. Hands off my mouse.
and you're gonna head.
What have you just done?
You're gonna head towards the bottom lane.
Oh my god.
So first thing you have to do, Mitch, right now, you start with with an ability, or with a point to
Okay.
put in one of your 3 abilities, your Q, W, or E abilities,
Okay.
as you see right there in the bottom.
My quiz.
Yes. So you need to pick which ability you want. I would recommend Q.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna throw an
Okay.
infected cleaver.
So
at
with
somebody.
that, you should pretty much keep your hands over the QWE buttons.
Okay.
This is the good position. So if
What
you
is
hit,
this?
go ahead and hit Q.
I'm gonna hit Q.
It's not going to throw it. But
Okay.
now you see it's a skill shot, which means that you actually have to aim it and time it.
Okay.
So when you throw that, it's going to take a small amount of your health off, and it's going to throw a cleaver. If you hit the target with, it's going to return some health and slow them.
Okay.
So that cleaver is actually, if you go down, Teemo's already down south. So these grass will actually allow enemies to be hidden in them. You'll be hidden in it when you're in as well.
Yeah, I'm invisible.
So enemies will often use it to abandon or to attack each other.
Who's this?
Teemo's right there.
Oh my
Come
god.
down and attack that guy.
Anthony, I'm so afraid.
Go towards him, hit Q, and throw a cleaver.
I
Yeah.
did
You guys are about to score a kill.
Because I'm gonna
Q.
murder him.
There
I
you
missed,
go.
but it's all right.
You did.
What is this?
So you
Can I
see,
take this?
go ahead and hit. Use one of your health potions. It's in your inventory, or you can hit 2.
Got 2. Okay, there we go. Oh, let's mess this stuff up.
Okay.
Oh, let's run away.
Yeah, let your minions start the fight.
Stop hitting me.
When your minions start the fight, the minions will attack each other, and then that way you're not taking damage. Typically,
Oh my goodness.
you're going to want to use your cleaver to last hit enemies. See, you got gold right there,
Right.
because when you last hit an enemy, you get gold. You don't get gold if you don't last hit.
Do I need to be like clicking every time, or is it? Oh, it's just automatic.
Yeah, it is automatic, so what you can do a lot of times, what I do, see, the cleaver's actually really good for that. You should move away.
Yep.
And use another health potion. What the cleaver's really good for is it allows you to get a last hit from kind of far away. You don't even have to be far away. I mean, up close. And so what I do a lot of times is I'll stand around like you are right now. I'll let the minions do all the fighting, and then
Right.
I'll come in and auto attack for the last hit. So that way you're not over pushing your lane either. If you're just constantly auto attacking, you'll do what's happening right now. See, now your minions are moving up, and they're pushing on this lane, which ultimately is what you want to do. But it also, if you push up too aggressively, it means
run away,
it means that you're really far away from your tower.
Right. Why am I dying? Leave me alone.
Yeah, you'll probably want to turn off that spell you just got. Hit W again.
Oh, I just deactivated it.
So you can activate that.
alright.
That's a toggleable spell.
That was a fun word.
It
that you
sucks.
invented.
It sucks away your health though when you use it.
Gotcha.
So
So everything he does
yeah,
depletes his health.
Exactly.
I'm
Teemo just used his healing spell on you guys. You're gonna want to. So right now, see, when you push a turret, you always want to make sure that you do it with minions, like you guys are right now.
Is that what this giant tower is? Is it
Yes.
turret? Okay.
Yeah. So this tower, when you push a tower, you're gonna want to do it with minions, because that way the tower will default to attacking minions so long as there are minions there. Unless you attack an enemy champion in the presence of the tower, then it will automatically default to attacking you.
Also, I have no idea if what I'm doing in terms of like leveling up is correct, but I'm just upgrading whatever I want without your advice.
Sure.
Because I'm scared.
Sure. You do want. That's the whole thing. Is you play and you start to kind of feel out an order.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, I think this
I'm
is.
in trouble. This might be it for
It's
me.
okay. It's okay. Okay, so since you're low, what
I'm
you're
out
gonna
of
do?
health.
Go up to your tower, and then hit B. And so what this does is it's a recall spell. It allows you to go back to your base. It's a good way to go back and do shopping anyways, because you
Okay.
have accrued a little bit of gold.
I love money.
And
this
now
down here?
when you're
Is this-
standing right here, you'll notice you're recharging health really
Oh,
fast.
this is my health. Okay.
Yeah. So now click the store.
Yeah, give me something, you bearded cat thing.
Yeah, might as well.
Look at this machete.
Sure.
Because I really want a hunter's machete.
Okay.
Did I buy it?
At this point, I would save the rest of your money. You're gonna work on some other stuff.
Did I buy it, or do I need
You
to
bought
do
it.
Okay.
Now you can see in the bottom left, it's in your inventory by your character
Ah,
profile.
yes. Okay.
So now you just want to move back to your lane.
I like the way he talks. He's
If
my
you ever
guy.
want to lock into your
Look at
character,
that.
you can just hold spacebar.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I like that he's basically just the Hulk with a butcher's knife.
He's kind of like the Hulk meets Frankenstein.
A little bit.
So you
So
know.
hang on, before you go
Sure.
on, what is 10 bonus true damage? What is true damage?
True damage is well, I guess the best way to describe it is that it ignores certain things that would block it.
Okay. So I don't really understand this fire thing. Oh, okay. It's
Okay,
it's
so
like
it
a-
does area effect damage,
I
right?
gotcha.
So you can use it when you want to run into a wave of minions to kind of do a ton of damage to all of them.
Okay.
Oh, see, they were hiding in the
Get out
grass.
of here.
Q. You
I
missed with the
missed.
skill shot, but you
Bad.
still got her.
So did she drop anything that I need to like?
No.
Okay.
They don't drop anything. But killing players does give you gold. Alright, see, you didn't get the last hit there. Not when you
Back
did.
off, minions. This is my gold.
There you go. You should probably back up so that these guys attack your minions. And then you can go back and engage. You got another point, so you can choose what you want to put it into.
So I see.
So that masochism one, again, it costs health, but it just temporarily gives you a boost to your attack damage. Yeah, cleaver's pretty good.
I'm enjoying
One
it.
thing I'll say is that, yeah, you need to watch out, because, see, your camera isn't necessarily the best placement, because Lux is right there. You got Teemo here to back you up. You didn't quite hit her. She's not quite within range of your cleaver. There you go.
Ah!
Skill shot. That's why it's called a skill shot.
No, I'm stunned.
And that was Mitch's first death in League of Legends.
You were all here for it, and I'm glad. I'm glad we could all share this moment.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell a lot of the people you're playing with are obviously learning.
I'm gonna click for death recap.
Yeah, so actually the death recap is a really useful tool, right? You get to see the items that she's building. You can mouse over them and kind of see. These are the abilities that killed you, but if you look up there, you can actually see the items that she's bought as well.
Do I have any money?
And so you can counter that.
I have a ton of money. Let's go on a spending spree.
You should upgrade your boots. So you have basic movement boots, but now you can upgrade it to the ninja tabby.
How do I add more health potions? Oh, just double click. Okay, sorry. What were you saying when I wasn't listening?
Upgrade to the ninja tabby. Yeah, that upgrades your boots.
Okay.
And for now, I would save the rest.
All right. That's good. So those boots are a passive thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no. You don't have to worry about clicking any ability on
All
that.
right, great. I'm gonna roll with these guys.
So, you know, in higher level games, some of the things you have to worry about is obviously everyone's kind of doing their own thing, fighting in their lanes. But in other games, people will shift over from their lanes
Over
to
here?
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
they'll,
so like,
down here.
you know, right now, since you don't see anybody in your lane, you might want to. You don't have to right now because it's your first game, but I'm saying in higher level games, you'll see people that will call it out, be like, hey, the guys are not in my lane, which probably means they're running over to another lane to try and overpower a team. Okay, I'm still learning the timing of that.
Yeah.
I like cleaver.
It's hard.
You probably should have just hold back and just don't even bother with it sometimes because it does cost health for now.
I was very
use it.
confused that this cat's hat was a Ninja Turtle.
He's just wearing a green cap. So the good thing about your cleaver, though, is you can use it to check the grass, too, if you don't know if someone's there or not.
Is that just like a passive skill it has?
No, I'm
Or
saying
do
you
I
can just throw it into the
hide?
grass, and if it hits someone,
Oh.
then you know someone's there. Oh. See, Lux probably doesn't make
Yeah.
it in here.
Good
So,
kitty.
Go to the edge of the grass and throw a cleaver at Lux. Or-
Oh, she's like right there, huh?
Yeah.
a
Alright,
really
so,
brutal
so you hit
sound.
level 6. Level
Okay.
6 is important. This is when you get your ultimate. It's your R ability. You know, this is your big, powerful ability. In his case, he does a
Oh,
ton of health regeneration.
Okay.
So if you get into like
Oh, no.
yeah, you should probably back up just a little bit. Okay, so you could probably kill her if you let her come out just a little bit. Yeah, you were using your little hit damage and come. Oh yeah, see, your team's actually in the upper area is actually doing a flank right now. Master Yi is coming out to go through the jungle, the river path to get a flank here. Yeah, for now your champions aren't there, your enemy champions, so you might as well push this tower. You should back up though.
Yep,
Right now the
yep,
target's towered
yep,
to you.
yep.
As you can see, targets do a ton of damage.
Okay. I
And
forgot I
remember-
had these skills at all.
Yep. Anytime you're not, just remember you don't necessarily need to keep the fire on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, cleavers doesn't attack towers.
Oh, well, thanks for that hot tip. Just in time, Anthony.
It's okay. So yeah, what you really want to do? Oh, there's no more champion or minions. You're the one taking the shots.
No.
Okay. So you know the whole thing is that eventually you kind of start to feel out the rhythm of a character when you play them enough. You start learning, like when I go into battle, you should probably run.
Yep. Nope, she's got me. It's too late now, Anthony.
You start to figure out when you go into battle what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, like start with the Q to slow them, turn on the fire when you run in, start auto attacking and hit E to turn on your extra increased attack damage. If
Oh,
stuff
God, it's
if
complicated.
you start to lose, you hit R to start your health regen.
Oh
you know,
my
it becomes this whole rhythm.
Are there how many heroes that I could play?
Over 100.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna stick with Dr. Mundo if that's okay with everyone. Do I have to like wait 1,000 years to respawn? What's the deal?
Okay,
here?
so the respawn times do get longer as you go. I mean,
Oh.
you know, they don't want to make it super short because if you just instantly respawned, your team would continue to push, and I mean, they wouldn't have a chance to push, or you wouldn't have a chance to push if you killed them.
All of this stuff is so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, the store is really
Yo,
big.
why wouldn't I buy this?
The store is really big at this point, but there's a lot of there's search tools. You can separate it by categories, whether you want to find health,
Should I-
armor, magic resistance.
I'm gonna buy this.
It does give you increased health and attack damage.
And it gives me health.
It's a little bit of an earlier item. What I would recommend you buy instead
Okay.
is go back to your recommended tab.
Okay.
Click on Warmog's armor.
That's so
You can't buy it
expensive.
yet, but you can start to buy the components for it.
Oh, cool.
So this crystal gives you additional health, and then you can buy that, which gives you some regen.
So do I already have it? Oh yeah, they're down
Yeah.
there. And those are passive
Yeah,
as well.
and so now you're working towards that Warmog's armor, which is a really nice item for Dr. Mundo.
Let's see what all these guys are up to here. I'm watching things, and all of these people are doing
Yeah,
things.
see Master Yi's coming in there trying to flank. He's gonna get Olaf.
Yeah.
Teemo's gonna be in trouble, but Teemo's probably
This
gonna get
dude, he's
away.
just tearing it up.
Yeah. You should probably
I'm
go
over
back to
there.
yeah.
Oh no!
So your tower got destroyed. They did pop it while you were dead.
No.
That's why the respawn timers get longer too, so that when they actually do a successful push on you, they can kill it. Now, the thing to be wary about right now is that you are going to have to go further back to get to a tower that defends you. I wouldn't actually use your cleavers often. Just worry about your auto attacks for now, unless you see the enemy.
Okay.
Um,
This game's just playing itself.
again, well, you know, this is when you do things that you want to observe, right?
I also accidentally healed.
We just saw on the minimap real quick that yeah, there's Ashe.
What is Ashe?
Ashe is
What?
a range character.
Oh my
She was in the grass. So yeah, for now, you're still getting experience right here, even if you don't do anything. Just because you're within proximity. So yeah, you can... Exactly, bam, you just nailed Ashe. But there's two of them, so it's probably not a fight that you're going to necessarily do the best in.
Correct. Flee.
But you did harass Ashe pretty well.
Now she's gone.
You should probably back out.
But oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
there are two of them, and your tower's kind of far away.
No.
That wasn't a bad call, trying to do the quick turn throwing axe. Let's see. What can we do with what's going on here? Yeah, so you can do a little bit of harassment if you manage to hit. I think that hit the minion, not her. But she's gonna check this bush. Oh, the skill shot missed.
No,
she snared you.
Snared me. I'm done.
Yeah, just keep running, keep running, keep running. Run hard. Hit. Oh, we're not
Go back to
gonna
base.
let her kill you. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. You just
Oh,
stopped.
no,
you stopped.
what have I
you
done?
stopped. Keep going, just keep
Anthony,
going.
I'm so afraid.
Dive she's just keep running past the tower. All right, now
At this point, I'm just running back to the
now
base.
hit B.
Wouldn't it be faster? Just
No,
run at
it'll
this
be
point?
faster just hit B.
All right.
So the thing is that it'll give you a false sense of security when you reach a tower and you have no health, but they can usually survive one or two tower shots,
Just
so
to get
they'll
that last hit.
they'll last hit you
Sure.
real quick. Yeah, they'll dive you.
All right.
So let's just head back out. I don't think you have enough money to buy the next piece for
I'm gonna
Warmogs.
get full health.
You're
Just-
at full health.
Oh, okay.
So
Nope.
see,
Nope. How do I not do that? Okay.
yeah, move. So in the meantime, since she popped your tower and she has you pushed, she's now moved over to mid.
Sounds like
and
a horrible
supported,
euphemism.
and she moved over to mid
Oh
to
my
help push that
goodness.
middle tower. So you guys are
Okay.
at this point. You guys technically are winning in kills, but losing in towers.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we've probably not. Oh, we got that one.
They've killed 2 towers. You've
We've
killed
got
no
one.
towers.
Is that ours?
Yeah.
Over here? Oh crap.
So there are 2 champions in the middle that are kind of wounded. I would say go over there and see if you can help out your team.
In the middle?
Yeah.
So just cut across here.
Yeah. So you're gonna cut through. This is the jungle. Some characters are really good, and some players are really good at fighting just the jungle monsters because there are neutral creeps.
Oh, it's just like why? Ah!
Yeah,
Anthony!
you didn't have to fight them. You could have just ran past them. But, you know, Dr. Mundo can be a decent jungler in the right hands.
Jungler.
Yeah, so that's the person that you do all of your leveling by killing these monsters in the jungle.
Oh wow. Okay.
Which it makes you kind of a threat, right? Because when you're in the jungle, the enemy team doesn't know where you are. You know,
Okay.
yeah, you should probably back up just a little bit. Nice, you got him. But he can't be slowed. So when you're in the jungle, you're a threat, right? Because they don't know where you are, and at any given time, you can pop out through the jungle and attack
Right.
one of the other lanes. Oh, don't get too cray-cray.
Nope. Not that one. Oh no.
It's alright, hit R.
Ghosting out. Ghost.
So you got an assist for that. Because you helped out. You know, you didn't necessarily. So that's the thing in League of Legends, right? Everyone always loves to be like, I didn't get any kills. This
Right.
character doesn't get kills. He's not fun. But assists are really important too. You know, that can really help your team. As Mundo, you're not necessarily going to be the guy that gets every kill all the time.
Okay.
But you can be the meat shield that takes the damage. Like, they were focusing all their damage on you. Your regen was keeping you alive. Meanwhile, Master Yi was taking them out.
Okay. I accept that. What is this like giant robot slug?
That's Kog'Maw. He's a weird monster that spits horrible goo from his mouth. He can launch it like a mortar or do short range strikes. Yeah. This is really anyone's game at this point.
We're gonna make a Dr. Mundo's game. Yeah. Power of positivity, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, well, there are 3 of you pushing right here. See, but at some point, if you see your team pushing like that, you can leave the minions.
Sure.
Like,
I just
you know,
want the gold.
Move with them and stick together. Ooh.
What in the...
Alright, so that was Lux's ultimate, I believe.
I want an ultimate.
You have an ultimate.
know.
Yours is the R ability that makes you regen.
Shut down.
So your team is actually team fighting just close by. They all just got wiped out. So you kind of, you know, on top of paying attention, you should probably back up a little bit. You're about to hit the tower.
Oh, yep, you're right. Okay.
So on top of...
Oh, no. No.
It's okay.
You leave me
it's
alone.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
You got a little harassed. There's 2 of them, though. I wouldn't go in there.
I'm trying to escape,
Hit
Anthony.
D.
I really am. What's D?
Oh, that's your
Nope.
ghost ability, but it's down currently.
I can... what a waste of a health potion.
It's okay. It's okay. You're learning,
So
Mitch.
sad, Anthony.
You're learning. While you're dead, you can do shopping.
Okay.
So if you click that little gold symbol,
Bam. I can buy my stuff.
exactly. So you can buy the next piece of the armor, the Warmog's armor.
Okay. So games typically last, what, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, somewhere in there?
They can last anywhere between 20 minutes and an hour. At 20 minutes, your team is officially granted permission to surrender.
Okay.
And there are times in certain games you can tell.
Well, 2 minutes, let's just give up.
It's over.
We've lost hope.
No, you haven't lost hope. You're learning. That's the little thing, right? Is that when your team was team fighting, you know, you needed to be paying attention to the mini-map as much as you needed to be paying attention to
Right.
what's on the bigger screen. Because when they were team fighting, you should have abandoned what was happening on your bigger
All right,
screen.
so they're team
and
fighting
moved
here
into the
now,
team
right?
fight.
Is that your lingo that I don't
No.
understand?
Minions are fighting. I'm saying team fight is when enemy champions are fighting your champions.
Okay.
Players are fighting players. PvP is occurring.
All right.
So
now you got me.
There's a little bit of a team fight going down here, but it's not much of a team. But see, together you and him might be able to take him. Maybe.
That was almost a good shot.
But don't.
Oh! Get out of
See,
that goop.
It's all right. You're doing what's called engaging. You're going in and starting the fight so that Yi can move in and attack. But if Yi backs out, you should probably back out too.
I'm backing out. I'm backing out. I'm backing out. Oh my god.
Hit R.
Oh. R is what? Oh, that's my super duper
Yeah.
skill.
You have a couple. You have a
All right. All
point
right.
to spend
All right.
as well.
Well, I really enjoy the cleave.
For me, the best way I've learned about what order to spend my level points in
20 seconds.
is I go to, I go to various wikis, blogs. There's a lot of pro players that will give
nerd
that-
stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
there are pro players out there who will say like, I go in this order because it gives me the
Right.
ability to do X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
So there's a lot of information out there that you can really learn from. But the best way to learn, in the early levels is to do what you're doing, right? You come in, you die a lot. You're not the only one who's dying a lot. There's plenty of people dying.
Okay. I have 4 deaths. What's this
It's
guy?
true.
What are you at?
If you hit tab, you can actually see. So you're at 4 deaths.
That
So
guy's at
is
4 as well.
Lux.
Someone's at 6. Yeah,
Someone
suck
on
it,
the other
Olaf.
team's on 6. Yeah, so another person's at 5. You at least have a kill.
Is that only?
So you should back out. Hit
oh
R and back
God.
out.
That kill. That's wow.
There's
So that kill's only against the champion.
yeah.
Okay.
The little purple symbol in the upper right that says 40. That's how many minions you've killed.
Gotcha.
Right now, the problem with what's going on is their team are all fighting together. There's 4 of them right there pushing together, right? Your team's a little disjointed.
Oh, they're gonna wreck this tower.
And when
This
there's no
one's toast.
when there's no coordination, it's really easy for one team to beat the other, right? Like when you appear, they might even be chatting to each other, being like, the second Mundo appears, attack Mundo first.
Right.
So your team's voting surrender.
No. Cowards.
Okay.
Although at this point it is just a total lost cause.
No. Yeah, I've seen teams come back. Like, look
Really?
at your kill ratio, 16 to 17. You're not that behind on kills. The problem is that your team's just not playing together.
Where are they? Are they all really just standing there?
They are at the moment. I don't know if they've just given up. But so the enemy team, see.
I'm gonna go with this guy.
You don't have vision right now. You can only see at any given time where your champions are or where your minions are. So you got Olaf in the upper lane. You got 2 guys down in the bottom lane pushing that bottom tower. You should probably go bottom lane. I would follow you.
I don't know what that means. Does that mean middle?
Sure. So you're in the middle lane right now. Bottom lane is the lane that goes along the right side of the screen.
Why not just call that the right lane?
Top lane goes along the top or the left side of the screen. So see, like I was saying, on top of yeah, it's a little out of range. Should probably keep backing up. So like I said, at all times, on top of watching what's going on the screen, you always want to be watching the mini map. And on your bottom lane right now, it's being pushed by minions. See, so you might want to come over here and help save that tower. Although the middle tower, like right there with Lux, is also being pushed. So you could try and guard this tower as well.
I'm gonna try it, Anthony. I tried to ghost out. Couldn't do it.
It's true. Eventually, though, it's really so Lux has scored a lot of kills. She's doing really well.
She's doing great.
But if you manage to kill her, there's a good reward that comes with that with cash as well.
7-0.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. I mean, so
Send her a message.
League of Legends moves through different phases. So when you're going through like the earlier levels, it's all about fighting in your lane. You're fighting other champions in your lane. They're fighting you in your lane.
Yo, look
Eventually,
at all these minions.
around the level that you are for certain teams, it'll turn into team fighting, where it's less about sticking in your lane and fighting in your tower as much as it is wiping out the enemy team.
I'm gonna take the top lane. No, we're not starting, you cowards.
You could have. It's okay if you play as much as you want, but like I said, yes, the best way to learn is even by failing.
Dr. Mundo never surrenders.
So right now, again, what should you be doing right now?
Looking at this and defending that.
Yes.
But I can go kill these guys, Anthony. Listen, at this point, if we've decided that we want to surrender, it's a
I
lost
see.
cause. I'm just going for
The
it.
reason the guy wants you to surrender is I believe 3 of your teammates have quit,
Well, that makes sense. That would explain
and that's
a lot
why
of what's going
that's
on.
why he wants you to surrender.
What is killing me?
So he's a lot higher level than you.
Oh, he's right. Okay, I just didn't
Yeah.
see him.
Keep heading back to your base, or at least hug your tower. It's often called tower hugging when you're just gonna sit really close to your tower. Yeah, that's the thing about the
Minion.
cleavers. The cleaver hits whatever enemy is in front of it first. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think a couple of your teammates either disconnected or just decided to sit AFK.
There were a bunch of disconnects earlier. This guy coming real behind me? Is that really what's going on?
Yeah, but
You.
hold the tower. Hug the tower. It's okay, it's okay. And you get the kill.
Yeah. Because I was hugging it?
Yeah.
All right.
Or because you did some of the damage to her. But you should back off. He's going to die
I'm
from the
100%
tower.
already dead.
Okay.
Oh, my health is on 3. That's why that didn't work last time I did that. Oh, there's also not a lot of health over.
Yeah, hit tab real quick.
Boom! Hang on, we're gonna buy this.
Okay.
Sorry. Tab. Tab. What are we looking at here? Oh, this is all everyone's gear. That's neat.
Yes, this is where you can see what type of gear you're building, what type of gear
all right with gear.
the
Look at
enemy
that.
team is building. The funny thing is did you actually see disconnects? Was I just not paying
No,
enough
yeah,
attention?
there were a couple that I think you just missed.
So that sucks. When people quit, though, they are punished. Like there is like a downtime before they can start another game.
Okay.
You can also report them.
Yeah.
So what's going on right now is your base has been pushed, and that thing with the crystal glowing in the light, that's called a inhibitor. And what that does is that means that while yours is around, the enemy team's minions that spawn are pretty weak, just like yours. If they destroy your inhibitor, or if you destroy their inhibitor, that means hit R, hit R.
R. That's my heal one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
So it just said the enemy is now spawning super minions
Oh,
because
super minions.
see, they destroy an inhibitor, and once that happens, they start spawning super minions, which means that
Out of this spot.
no,
Oh, back
out
up.
of their own lane,
Okay,
which means
okay.
now that lane on their side will start spawning super minions, which means that you're going to now have a harder time defending that lane.
Oh, good.
Inhibitors will respawn over time.
How long?
It's several minutes, so you have to.
Oh
you
my
need
God.
you need to
I don't
basically
know if we have that much
play
time,
defensive.
Anthony.
Oh no, this game's lost for sure.
Yeah, 100% it's already lost.
Yeah,
I just don't know if we have time to like get our inhibitors back.
They've popped the tower. At this point, you can pretty much watch.
Nope, go for the kill.
They're yeah, you can try and get Kog'Maw, but I doubt it. Oh yeah, they're just gonna pop you so fast, Mitch. They're so strong. Oh wait. Oh, he's so close.
This guy's sending me messages, I think.
No, don't worry about what he said. That was your own teammate.
Yeah, I know. I think he's mad because I'm not quitting.
Yeah, so you lost.
Look how close he was.
It would have been tough. Up there in the upper left next to the defeat
Oh, is
sign,
that
you
a
see a
super
super
minion?
minion. Yeah, so when they destroy the inhibitors, you all of a sudden have to play a lot more defensively until until your inhibitor
Okay.
responds.
That was sad, but
So
it
hit
was a
continue.
lesson learned, Anthony.
Hit continue.
I'm continuing.
This is an important screen too. I mean, you get to see the after screen, right? So
Okay.
you get to see how you did: 2 kills, 9 deaths, 3 assists. Importantly, you also get to see how people did on their farming.
I got it boost. What's an it boost?
Well, that's your influence points, that's what you can use to buy new characters.
Okay.
And eventually runes and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
The experience you gained is what will actually help you upgrade your.
So what does this
overall
level
count.
do? Because obviously it's not my character. It's got to be me, right? Like my profile.
Yeah, it's you. So
So does that affect my characters when I go back in? How does this work?
remember what I said too. These 3 people disconnected.
Report them all, Anthony.
Exactly. So you can do that, and you should. I mean, reporting is what can help the game become better. So let's see.
This takes a long time. I'm already. This is a
sorry.
minor inconvenience.
Well, okay, fine. We won't do it. But you can also
Just know that we're shaming you on IGN.com.
you
Dark
can
Rin,
you can report
twat.
people to. You can give people praise too.
Okay.
Honorable opponents. Sure. Okay.
Everyone really? Yeah, not you. Elite elite
Okay.
killer 6.
So the whole point of why you're leveling is this: when we go to
Okay.
your summoner profile, we can actually come here and you can look at your match history. But more importantly, if you go to your masteries, as you level up, you get points. And you
I
can
have a
put
point.
Them into these trees.
Oh my god.
You do.
Okay, what do I spend
And so
it on?
these give you tiny little benefits, but they can really add up over time.
Plus 1% attack speed. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They are small.
So at this point, I don't care what I get.
Sure. I mean, and you can always return the points and redo them.
Okay.
You're not like locked in forever.
Oh, okay. Do you have to pay for a respec?
No.
Oh, cool.
And so for really what it comes down to is like you'll also have several pages of masteries that you can do. So you can create multiple mastery pages. Say you wanted to, and those can be saved differently. So
Oh,
when
cool.
you pick
So
a
I can
character,
say,
like say you go
okay.
defensive because you want to play a tanky guy, right? So you put a bunch of points into the defense mastery tree. Then you want to play like a range character that does a ton of damage, so you'll use your offensive.
Can I
mastery
name these
tree.
pages so I don't have them like this is page 2?
No, you just look.
I just remember.
and when you look, you can see what the masteries were
Okay.
before you select.
Yeah, attack speed.
So yeah, and then you just click Save Masteries.
Okay. I like that. Where do I say? I don't,
You're on the wrong. Yeah. So and now you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So now you can do that, and then you can you'll get runes, and so this will be applied to your overall count. But these slots become unlocked as you go over time, and so you can fill these out with runes that will also give you small benefits. So yeah, that's why you level. You level because you want to get these masteries and these runes that
Gotcha.
over time will grant pretty significant bonuses to the way
to
that you
all
play.
characters that I ever play.
Every character that
Okay.
you play. So that's why it's important to stay linked to this one overall account.
Okay.
So it only tells you.
Look at this shame.
It's okay. You lost. It happens.
I hope
but
my
you
mom
can
doesn't
come
watch
here.
this.
And you can see a lot of really detailed information. And also like I said, you didn't really know what you're doing with Mundo. That's okay. And if you ever want to learn more about him, you can do that. You can go to the store. You can look up Dr. Mundo, and you can learn about him. You can learn about any of the champions if you want. Like maybe Udyr interests you, and so if you want to see how to use him, you can look tips and items. It'll tell you if you're playing as him. Here's some general tips. If you're playing against him, like maybe in that game because you were constantly fighting against Ashe and losing, which is okay.
Yeah, rub it in.
Thanks. You could click on Ashe and you could look for some tips. They're not going to help you a crazy amount, but they can help you a little bit. More importantly, like I said, they're outside information sources that will help you a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, that was it. You've now officially played some League of Legends.
That was
Mitch.
some League of Legends.
Well,
I've learned. I've learned a lot today, Anthony. I think we all have.
Mitch is going to get better over time.
We're going to chronicle this as best
Hopefully
we can.
you guys learned a little bit, or at least were entertained by Mitch's shame. And for a lot more on League of Legends, where should they go?
I've heard of this one place. It's called IGN.